One of the things that has been brought forward from the Epstein files, and I gotta tell you again, this is really creepy. It seems like from the emails that Epstein and his friends were hunting Black people. Not exaggerating, not joking around. This is wild and crazy. And this is also important because it was just announced by the United Nations that they are saying that the crimes that happen that are displayed in the Epstein files are now a crime against humanity, guys. So, what it says here, apparently Epstein goes to a party to hunt ends, as he quotes. There are screenshots here. I had to blur out this image, obviously. But this email is October 2016 from Jeffrey Epstein. Thanks, thrilling hunt. Ariane de Rothschild. Here we go with the Rothschilds again. Going to mean Lana's party now to hunt. Guess what? There ends. You can see it right here. That was from January 1st. And it says, guess what? There ends the N word. Snipe hunt is over. Moon crickets in field bag. What were you talking about, Jeff? Remember, Maria Farmer said this group of people was incredibly elitist and incredibly racist. Remember, Maria Farmer said this group of people was incredibly elitist and incredibly racist.
Greetings from the east to north to south, and this wicked ass west. The topic, Epstein and company, hatred towards blacks, women, and children. The questions, why you think nobody is going to jail? Let's get into it. I am your host. I am the one.
Okay, here's what I think. Of course, when I heard it, hunting Black people, this does not surprise me at all. Because this man is the pure devil. This man is pure evil. You know, there is no differentiation between the white man and the Jewish man. They're one and the same. One is just simply worse because he's the one that have all the money. But they're one and the same. So when I hear stories about hunting Black people on the island, if you look at the movies of the past, you'll see the same thing. There was a movie maybe 40 years ago. It was called Dangerously Close. There was a scene in the movie. Of course, these people were white, but he was running for his life in the woods, right? And it was a train, maybe 3, 4, 5, 6 white young men. And they were hunting the one guy, and he was running for his life. They got a thrill out of chasing someone down, capturing that person, and ending that person's life. This is sick. But these people are sick. They have always been sick, but they got the backing of law enforcement. So the major law enforcement agencies of America, FBI, CIA, you can go on and on, ATF, they have the backing of these law enforcement agencies. In other words, they are pulling a Steven Seagal because they're above the law. And they know nothing can be done to them. The term moon cricket, I can guarantee you can go to Google and you'll search the term moon cricket. You won't find too much information. But let me tell you, it's a racist slur. In other words, they're saying Black people complain day and night. If you ever hear a cricket at night, steady going. Now, the term was probably coined by some good Christian white person years ago. Look at them niggers out there. We got them working in the nighttime. They just whining. Bunch of old moon crickets. The moon was out, and they were steady complaining. So it's a racist slur. Now, one of the things that I did hear is they were saying bag them. Bag that moon cricket. In other words, I'm pretty sure they took the life of many black people. I don't know what type of deal they made. I don't know where they got the black people from, but they put them out on that island. They were running for their lives, and these good Christian white people, because I say the Jewish man and the white man, they one and the same. They get their thrills off of taking the lives of people. How sick is this? Let's go to the next clip.
People are asking questions now. They're like, were they hunting people? Maybe some of those movies tried to tell us things a long time ago. There were movies about this. There's a movie coming out about this recently. Looks like in the next couple of months, about rich people hunting people. I can't remember the name of the one movie, but someone can probably tell me in the chat. Do you remember the movie with Ice-T, rapper Ice-T, turned actor at that point? He went with a group of friends to hang out in the wilderness, and they said they were going hunting, but he didn't know that they were actually talking about him.
One thing I'll tell anybody talking to black people, watch the company you keep. Black males are quick to run down black females. Of course, some rightfully so. But we are smart enough to know, don't hang around with that particular female. Now, on the other end, black females are quick to run down black males. But here's the catch. They seem to think that the other side is better. All I have to do is go hang out with these good Christian white people. In our minds, in our psyche, we seem to think that they're the better people. How many times have you heard over and over and over again where there was only one black and he or she hung out with these good Christian white people? But the only thing about it is the black person never came back. That should tell you something in a nutshell. One thing, if you are, leery, skeptical about your own kind, why embrace another race? You keep that other race at a distance. This is not racism. This is not racism at all. You must understand, people cling to their own kind. One thing I hear a lot, I hear from white people, you'll stay away from our women. Hey, you good Christian white men, I 100% agree with you. 100%. I agree with you. You stay with yours, we should stay with ours. Well, that's racist. Okay. Whatever you say. But I am 100% in agreement with you. It is what it is. Be very careful who you hang out with. Now, I am a believer of the Bible. Paul made it clear, live in peace with everybody. That's every single race on the planet. If you can live in peace with them. This does not mean you have to go marry them and hang out with them. Live in peace with everybody. Now, I'm pretty sure 70% of people, 100% will not agree with what I just said. So instead of me arguing with you, let's go to the next clip.
Check it
So
out.
apparently, Epstein emails exposed disturbing parties for hunting black people. These motherfuckers, not only did they have to traffic children, rape them, beat them, murder them, torture them, drink their blood to maintain youthfulness, literally cause most of the bad things happening on Earth now. All these world events like 9/11 and so many other fucked up things, and poisoning our food. But now, according to the emails, they had hunting parties to kill black people. This is not a fucking conspiracy theorist, guys. Bro, I will show you the emails. Going to Mean Lana's party now to hunt, right? You're probably thinking, oh, they're probably just hunting animals. Wait for it. Guess what? They are, yeah, yeah. So they were essentially hunting black people on Epstein's island on top of raping kids, torturing kids, murdering kids, kidnapping children. And then he has the fucking audacity to say, thanks, thrilling hunt. This was 2016, guys.
2016.
You know, they say this information was 2016. Now, being as that I'm old, this information goes back way further than 2016, way further than 2000, way further than the 1990s. This information has been out for the longest. Law enforcement again. Listen at those words, law, I enforce the law. They had this information 20, 30, 40, even beyond that, years ago. Remember now, we came up 60s, 50s. Now, law enforcement knew the type of things that was happening to black people. And they call themselves law enforcement. Let me get back to the topic. They had this information for the longest. They know the people that were, their lives were taken. They know about all of this. And guess what they do? They just cover it up. Now, remember, if you know a little bit about after the emancipation, you know, you are emancipated, you can go. So, you slaves, you can go. You have no job, you have no place to stay, you have no clothes. Give me my clothes. So you leave out the plantation. You walk 3 steps. They hit the lights. Whoop, whoop. What are you doing? I'm free. Where you work at? I have no job. Why you don't have no clothes on? The good Christian white man took them. He said it was his clothes. Okay? You have just broken the law. Go back to jail. In other words, they go to the court, found guilty, go back to the slave plantation and serve your term out, which is, let's just say we'll give you 5 years. This man is the devil. Somehow, he know when a law is broke, so he'll sentence you because you're black. What do you think will have happened if these people were black or brown? Wait a minute. Let me stop and let this good Christian white lady tell you what would have happened. Let's go to the next clip.
I'm disgusted with our criminal justice system and with our reaction to how this has played out. 30 years experiencing in criminal justice. If those had been black and brown men, they would already be in prison or worse. But because they're white and they have money and they have power, we all just say, oh, that's just how it works here. No one's going to get away with it. No, this is the time that we show up with our pitchforks and say, we demand an investigation.
In Europe, diplomats are suspended, former prime ministers are under police investigation, a UK ambassador got fired and resigned in disgrace, Prince Andrew lost his titles, his home, everything. Charities are getting shut down, public apologies are happening. Actual consequences. Now look at the United States. Names come out, emails drop, connections get confirmed, and nothing.
The most devastating thing to me in the Epstein files is not them comparing babies to the taste of cream cheese or saying a hot 9-year-old Brazilian or your littlest girl was a little naughty or the bodies that are on Zorro Ranch and that were put there by Jeffrey and Ghislaine. And it's not the fact that there will be no investigations in the United States. There's been no arrest, no inquiry. Kash Patel has said, we've done our duty, we followed the law, even though they were 2 months late following the Epstein Act. And it's not that there's not going to be any arrests, that they're going to get away with it. We don't have to wonder if this trafficking ring exists. There's already someone in jail for it. And I want us to keep in mind that it took all of this for over 1,000 women's stories to be believed in a trafficking ring we know exists. And the only person in jail for this ring is a woman.
You know, I got to conclude this video. It's running a little long. But what is the hatred that Epstein and company have against blacks, women, and children? Why you think they're going to just walk away? You know, FBI director, he can find nothing wrong. Nothing to see here. This is unbelievable. I got really more information I really like to talk about, but again, this video is running a bit long, so I will have to do another one. Thank you for watching. I am your host. I am the one.